Well, hi there, Leo. Welcome to Private Readings. I am Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about the final week of October. We're talking about the 27th through November 2nd, and indeed, we have a lot going on. You've been amazing all month. This is crazy. There's been so much happening. I mean, the big changes are everywhere, right? We're all supposed to, all 12 signs, my better angels have said we're all supposed to embrace the changes. So you're rolling with it, you're going with it, and you're getting interesting things happening. So excellent for you. Job's been interesting. Everything is interesting. Your love life is super interesting. But hey, let's talk about what's going on this particular week. All right, I have the 12 cards in front of me. We're talking about this new reading that I'm doing, this new spread I'm using. It's based on the 12 houses of astrology, and we're talking about each of those 12 houses as areas of your life and using the tarot to clarify. So it's exciting, it's fun, and I'm excited to share it with you. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, here it is. Look at these beautiful cards. Oh my goodness, it's a lovely deck. MJ Cullinane, the Guardian of the Night deck. Very cool stuff. Let's go ahead and add more cards, okay? We're going to do this, and I'm going to talk to you about the messages from your guides. This second round of cards is all about what's blocking you, although sometimes it's now starting to show up as just more information, so each area speaks to me in its own special way. And then the third round of cards is going to be all about what your solutions are, right? What the outcome might be if you continue in that direction. So yes, my guides and angels are telling me that we all need to embrace the changes, step up to the plate. If we want to see a change and we can't seem to get anyone else to do it, we absolutely have to be the starter, do the thing. We want to stay organized, watch our money, and write things down. We want to be flexible. Stay flexible. Don't overdo one thing for another, but be ready, right? We're going to be ready for all the cool changes that are coming around, and we're doing nifty things. It's good. We are ready, all right? So let's look at this, Leo. Let's talk about the area of yourself. What's going on with you personally this particular week? What is going on for you? We have the Strength card showing me that you are wanting to do a little growing inside of yourself. You are remembering things from the past that are reminding you of who you are now and who you were in the past. And you want to look at that stuff and maybe make changes. You are the only person who can decide to make these changes. And so it's interesting that you're looking. And I'm proud of you for thinking about it. Do what you need to do. If you decide you want to do some personal changes, I think that you'll find that it works. The Ace of Wands, some other big idea might show up that will slow you down on this. So you may end up like, oh, look, wait, there's a new idea about what to do at work. Okay, well. That is going to slow you down on this little thing. This would be a hermit moment, a place to do some personal work on yourself all by yourself, right? But here the solution is a marriage of ideas. So there might be room for both, right? There might be room for you to do the work on the project and then have a little time on your own to work on yourself, okay? So you'll find a balance in there. You're going to find a balance, a marriage of ideas happening. So that's cool. I like that. Now let's talk about your money department. All right, the money department, we are talking about the King of Wands. We have a like-minded gentleman or male energy person who wants to help you with your finances. And he thinks like you do, so it's pretty cool for you to have this person around talking to you about what's going on. All right, we have the Page of Cups. So you have information coming to you about something that you care about that is going to block you from moving forward. Okay, so maybe you found out that one of your favorite stocks is tanking and you're like, oh, well, I gotta stop thinking about investing in that. All right, but you do have the Queen of Swords as your solution. So there will be something swift and cutting. This feminine energy person who is very intense and has very specific ideas about how they want things done will show up in the picture, and you have a lot of interesting people around you. This person is definitely wanting to say, do it my way, do it exactly like this, do it exactly at this time. And you're like, ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. So you may or may not take this advice, but it's interesting to have it show up along with the King of Wands, who is a pretty chill-factored person who's like, I'm going to go along with the flow and see what's going on. Educated, knowing, understanding, but not real abrupt, So let's talk about your communication situation. 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands shows me you just want to take your ideas and go. You're like, nope, 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 nope. Maybe that's your reaction to this Queen of Swords. Interesting. It is definitely possible that that's what you're communicating about right now. But ultimately, in other areas as well, you're going to find that you're not feeling like people are hearing you, right? So you're not feeling heard. Your Four of Pentacles here is showing that your foundation of finances is blocking you from having good communications in some way. Maybe some people aren't talking to you because they think, oh, he doesn't need any more information about how to make more money. He's got plenty. Or, why would we talk to him about this thing? He has more money than he needs, or whatever, and he wouldn't want to get in on this whole project. He's got his money taken care of in all those other ways. Maybe they just aren't thinking of you as somebody who's would be interested. So you'll have to look at the answer, which is a Hanged Man. Your Hanged Man is here saying that as much as you want to take your ideas and go, other people don't want to share what's going on. They're looking at your financial foundation is blocking you from hearing new information, and you're hung up. You're totally hung up. So it feels like something's going on with you right now, this week, where all your communication is kerfuffled, right? I don't see why anyone wouldn't want to talk to you because you have too much money. That doesn't make any sense at all. So I feel like you're blocking yourself from getting information because you feel like, I don't need more information about how to make more money. I just don't. So I feel like you're taking your ideas and running away from this person because this person makes you crazy. This person is too intense, too specific, and too on point. And you're like, okay, too much. I got to go. Laters. And you're over here where you're like, I'm going to take my ideas. I'm going to go. I have enough money. I don't care. I'm all hung up. I can't figure out how to use my money this way. Not this week. Sorry. So we're going to talk about family now. All right. Your family department. We are talking about new information that is empowering for you. So this is good. You're going to get new information from your family that is empowering you and making you feel stronger. Good. Excellent. More power and more understanding is good, and we like that. The Two of Wands is showing up as a blockage. There's no doorway for you that is helping. Okay, all of these doorways are blocking you. You shouldn't walk out of this situation. If you're empowered, you shouldn't walk away. Okay, so don't walk away. That will block everything. That'll mess everything up. Okay, because you're about to jump in with your family in something. Okay, so be ready to jump in with your family somehow. You are empowered. You have, maybe your idea is good and everyone wants to say, hey, you have a good idea. Maybe you're the one bringing information that's empowering to the family. And the doorway is there, but you're like, I can either walk through it or I can stick with my family. And you're going to stick with your family. You're going to jump right in. This is a fool's experience. Excellent. I like that for you. Congratulations. You're doing good stuff. Now then, we're going to move over to love department. Indeed, 10 of Cups. There's a family gathering of some sort. Oh, you're jumping into something fun with a family, it looks like. And you want to bring your new person. Ha-ha! In the last couple of weeks, you've ended up with a new person. And you want to bring that person along. You want to share them with your family. So there's a family gathering, and there will be love there. This could also have nothing to do with your relationships, but just to do with the love of family and getting together. This is so great. Loving it. What will block you? Sharing so much. Sharing so much of what's going on. may block the gathering situation. So maybe this isn't an this is just you and your family getting together. Cool. But if you try and get too many people or get your mate to come along, it'll block the love. You know, sometimes hanging out with your family is wonderful and fabulous and it feels really good. And then you bring your spouse and it blocks you from having a good time because they want to get home and mow the lawn or something like that. So just be aware that bringing other people along sharing this experience with other people may not work. Stick with just the family and wallow in the love and enjoy that, okay? Now we have the Eight of Swords showing that the solution here is sometimes being stuck in your power. Of course, you're feeling like, oh, I don't want to leave somebody I care about behind, but I don't want to block my love situation. So how do I work this out? How do I do both? I feel like it's a little tough, right? And just look at it from a different perspective. Find out what if your new person wants to come along and you're like, interesting, I have new passion. We're going to go do something that we're going to be at the beach, and I know how you hate the beach, and so I'm thinking that you and I can meet up for dinner and movie later on, and then you won't have to go to the beach and be at the sand, and I'll make a point of leaving at the right time so we can do that thing. Okay? Perfect. So you're prioritizing their wants and needs and still getting what you want without having to do the massive integration situation, right? Because I'm not sure that a massive integration situation would be right. Or maybe you just have it be a small dose, right? Oh, we're going to go to the beach for the day and then we're all going to dinner. So why don't you join us for dinner? Because I know how you hate the beach and I don't want you to be unhappy there. Because you're wanting to make sure that they don't end up with too much around the family, and you want to be around the family without being interrupted a bit too, right? So it's all love, but you're going to work it out, okay? Now then, work and health. All right. We have the Chariot. Major movement. Things are changing. You've been doing the workout. Everything is working. That's good news. Your body is getting better. Yay! You made that decision whether or not to join the gym or bring the gym home. You made a decision about that, and it's working. So that's good news. We like that very much. We have, the stars, the hardest work is over is not true. You still have work to do, okay? You have not reached your big goals. You are still working hard, and if this is at work, if this is what's going on at work, you made a move at work. You had a big change at work for yourself. Some of you have moved from one department to another, and so you've got big stuff changing and moving around for you. You're trying to keep track of all your stuff. The hardest work is not over, okay? You still have more work to do, okay? Keeping that in mind. You'll want to do that work at work on your own, and this is the Hermit, so you do want to spend a little time alone at work. Maybe early hours you can get a little filing done or a little paperwork zhuzhing or maybe a little decorating of your space, right? So you'll do a little bit of that. And of course, if this is your workout and your health stuff, you will have some that you want to do on your own without your pals. So you'll just add a little extra, right? If you're feeling like the work isn't done but you want to get closer to getting to the shape, your best shape ever, you're going to do that thing, and you're going to apply yourself that way, okay? Maybe you'll add sit-ups that your buddies aren't doing, or you'll add other things that you can do on your own that will help you reach your goals better and faster, and they'll definitely be in support of that, okay? Now then, let's look at the marriage and partnership department, all right? So marriage and partnerships. We have the Ace of Cups. Yay! The gift of love. Huzzah! You are indeed having some good stuff happening. And if this is a partnership at work situation, you're definitely in a situation where you're feeling appreciated and people are appreciating you back. So the new department you're getting into is working out very nicely. I like that. The Four of Cups, you're building a foundation, but it's the foundation you're building is going to block you a little bit. So maybe you've put yourself into an office at work that where you got all these doors and things that are closing you in, and that's keeping you from being available. So maybe you want to get into a party cube, right? A cube where there's more than one or two people in there, and it's good. You are integrated there, and exchange of ideas takes place better. And if this is your relationship, the Four of Cups, trying to make this, enjoy the newness of the love without having to make it solid and definite and sure and structured right away. You know what I mean? Just let it be new. Let it be new and go with the flow, right? Don't try and put it in a box, okay? But now your Six of Wands is here, showing that you are absolutely in a position to share your ideas about what you're thinking about and how much you're appreciating it. And you don't have to identify it. You don't have to label it yet. Just let it be okay, all right? So now let's look at the next space. We're looking at your death and release section of your life, the area, department. There we go. So we were talking about new information about ways to make more money that could indeed block you in a situation. This is all about death and release. So this information is going to give you information that will let you let go of something else. You're like, oh, okay, well, if I do this, then I can let go of something else. Interesting. And using your better judgment is going to be blocked. You're not going to be using your judgment very well. But you are definitely feeling new and letting go of something. So that's interesting. It's good for the release department. So yeah, I feel like the new information that comes to you about ways to make more money gets you feeling frisky about maybe changing your personal look. Maybe you want to change how you dress. Maybe that's how, and yet sometimes that could, in some areas that will block you. But it is certainly an idea for how to apply that idea. The King of Cups, there's an emotionally balanced fella or a male energy person who's wanting to be a part of this situation and will listen to you talk about what you're thinking about, because you are indeed getting new information about a possible new job, but you haven't applied for it yet. You haven't done anything with it yet. You're trying to use your better judgment and you're talking it through, trying to figure out the pros and the cons. What will I get to keep? What will I have to get rid of? I mean, you've just done a whole lot of different changes here. So we want to be discerning and make good decisions, so you're talking it through with a trusted advisor. Cool. Good job. Now then, we're talking about movement in your life and travel. All right. You are rallying the troops. Come on, let's do this. All right. We were jumping in over here with the family. Let's get started. Let's jump in. Rallying the troops. Come on, let's go. Everybody, let's get in the bus. Let's go. All right. But the foundation of your power here, or no, just the foundation period, the foundation of your ideas, trying to make things super structured and super strong and super intense isn't going to work. You got to be flexible. You got to be malleable. You got to go with the flow. And if they want to pull over and look at the big ball of string, let's do it. Okay? It's okay. So what? We have time. It's okay. Try not to have timers on every little thing that you've come up with for you guys to do, right? Remember, you had that new information, that empowering information. That's cool, and you were getting ready to get busy, and you're going to jump out and do something with your family. Now you've rallied the troops. You got everybody going. Don't be too structured. Don't try and make everything too squared away. Let it be a little wobbly bobbly, a little bit wobbly boobly. Have you played with a water balloon? Those things are wobbly bobbly and wiggly jiggly. Yes, they have no strong points. And you don't need to have any strong points with this either. Just go with it, all right? Things are going to be very fair, very square, and very proper in the end. You know what I mean? Everyone's going to have a really good time. Things are going to balance out. There will be enough money, enough time, enough food. all of that stuff, there will be many, 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 many laughs, all right? So the laughs are what we're after, and I think you're going to have a good time traveling, and everything will come out straight, okay? Cool. Let's talk about your ambition. What gets you up in the morning? What gets you up in the morning? I always think of the fist as this is the strength you bring to your day. This is the coffee. This is the energy. This is a physical manifestation of energy in my fist. That's all. I realize it can be read different ways, but relax. Okay, the Two of Swords is here, showing that there's something this particular week that got you feeling a little bit nervous, all right? You're a little bit concerned and you're not sure how to approach the situation. You might be a little bit afraid, all right? So, interesting. Pay attention to what that is. I think that you're feeling like your foundation of power isn't strong anymore, or it's whatever that is getting in the way of you moving forward the way you want to. So maybe you've integrated yourself so much at work that you can't even change things up. And if you wanted to change things up, you're now a major player in the situation, and you're like, I can't go. I can't change anything because I'm too much of a part of. I'm too strong a part of this team. I can't be let go. You think so, and then it changes. So anyway, so the Two of Pentacles is here to say your solution is keeping finances balanced and making sure that your money is right and proper. We had talked about that before. So your fears about this are unfounded. Okay, so it's just about you it isn't about your power, it's actually about the finances. So put your concerns about your power on the back burner, or use them to keep the finances balanced. Okay, so things are getting a little wonky and you're a little concerned you might lose your space, right? You're going to lose your where you're at. Okay, so just keep an eye on it and work on the money stuff, and it'll all work out. The friends department, all the people who are around you right now that are part of your world, you have new information that is empowering for you about your friends and family. It's going to help you move forward, but you have to keep it to yourself, okay? Don't share it. It's a secret. Two of Cups. We have the Two of Cups here. Getting in deeper relationships within your friends group is going to block things. So, yes, you were doing that last week. You were getting into a deeper relationship with one of your friends. And the fact is, now that information you have, very empowering, and being in that relationship is blocking you now. So you need to maybe slow that down a bit, because hanging out with your friends is harder now that you're in a relationship with one of them. Oops. However, if you remain open to learning new things, the Sun is here to say that you and your friends can learn new things all together, and everything could be easier all the way around. Once you've learned the new things, it won't last very long, this opportunity to be open to the changes and the sharing of information and learning stuff. Remaining open to learning could actually help you within the relationship. But I know that the relationship is kind of blocking you from hearing and learning new things about other people. So just kind of keep that in mind. And it doesn't mean that you aren't in the relationship. It's just putting it on the back burner, or letting it cool down a touch so that you can do this other thing will help you, okay? I notice you keep getting the Three of Swords in this department, in your friends department, so you're getting a lot of information about your friends. Use it carefully, or don't share it at all, because knowing them is great, but knowing who they are also means that you have the responsibility of being a good friend and not making a big deal out of every little thing, all right? So let's talk about that unknown department, the mystery of life that is happening in your life, all right? The thing that doesn't fit in one of these cubbies, we're going to go ahead and talk about it, all right? We have your intuition is going to be very on point, okay? So you can trust your gut to tell you what's going on, all right? So if you're getting good gut vibes about their friends, then do it. If you're not, then don't, all right? The Six of Pentacles here is showing that you're blocked in sharing your finances or sharing about your money. That is not going to be well received at this time, so you should keep that to yourself. If you're having good stuff going on with your money, that's great, but it doesn't need to be shared with everybody right now. It could ruin the whole party, okay? So just keep that on the down low. It doesn't need to be part of the deal. Now, everything here is speeding up, okay? You've got the Eight of Wands, and yes, all of this stuff here is going very quickly right now. Lots of changes are happening in all these other areas, the work, love, money, communication, friends, travel, and partnerships. All of these departments are getting very busy, okay? So brace yourself, be flexible, write things down so you stay organized, and yeah, you can do this, all right, Leo? All of this is going to be okay. You have a lot of irons in the fire, but you are going to manage them all. You're going to either have a friend who helps you keep it organized, or you're going to write it all down and do it yourself, okay? This is going to be great. All right, so this is wonderful, and I hope that you found this helpful. Comment below. Let me know how it works for you. And if you want to like and subscribe, that would be super helpful. And I appreciate every one of you. I will respond to every one of your comments individually and personally. Love you guys. You guys matter to me. This is why I do this, is I want to help you. Okay? We will talk next week about November. Wow! This year has flown by. All right? Have a wonderful day. We'll talk next week.